All right, hello everyone. Thank you for the nice introduction, and he has given away a little bit already of what I was going to talk about. So my name is Chris, I'm the co-founder and CEO of Yousician, and we are today the world's largest music educator. Now that looked a bit different 5 years ago when we were on stage at Slush and we were the winner of Slush 100, and today we thought it would be a cool idea for me to talk a little bit about what has happened in the last 5 years. So for those of you who have not been at Slush in 2011, a little bit of context. So this was us launching our very first product called Wild Chords on the stage at Slush. So it was our first release of our first product. Now as you can see on the picture, there is a real guitar there. Wild Chords was a game for children that was played with a real instrument and that keeps them motivated to keep practicing in the early days. So we had quite a phenomenal success then. Wild Chords launched in those days up to the #1 downloaded chart. So for a few days, we knocked down Angry Birds from the first position, which was really cool. And at the same time, we won the Slush 100 presentation or pitching competition. And this is actually one thing that I brought from then. So this is the original check that we were handed there. 10,000 euro prize money plus really nice quality check. As you can see, Slush has also developed quite a lot since then. But that was really cool and really meaningful for us as well, because we were just about to run out of cash, and those 10,000 euros really helped us. Now obviously a lot has happened since then, and that's what I will talk about. So the most obvious change since then is that we have changed the name of the company and the product. We are now called Yousician. That is Yousician. It's a bit difficult to pronounce, but it's impossible to forget. And instead of explaining you a lot about what Yousician is and what it does, I thought it would be easiest if I demo to you the product. So I take the ukulele that he has already showed to you, and I will play a bit for you. Now, as you can see, this is a normal ukulele. There is no strings or cables or wires attached. The microphone of my device will listen to what I play, and if I play right and if I play wrong. You can download Yousician for free on your mobile devices or then on the desktop. Okay, I think we are ready, so let's switch over to the demo. So this is how it looks like. I'm gonna now choose a song, one of my favorites called Banana Boats. And there you go. And we don't have much time, so I just play part #1 for you. Now before we play, I need to tune the ukulele to make sure we are in tune. So string 1, it's a bit low. All right, string 2. Okay, that worked. String 3, that one is good. String 4, good too. All right, so once we are ready, I can go into the main mode, and as you can see, the notes now fly by, and if I play the right note at the right time, they turn green. Uh-oh, I missed one. Now if I play wrong notes, or no notes at all, or then wrong notes, they turn red. There is also chords. And if you pay attention, you can see after every chord I strum, it gives also timing information, so it tells me whether I'm playing in time, or I'm playing too early, or I'm playing too late. All right, so that was the first part. I earned 3 stars now with this one. Thank you. All right, I think we can switch away again. So as you can see now, it told me I did quite well. I earned at least 1 star. I unlocked the next level. And the next level is then a little bit harder than the previous one. So Yousician features an enormous curriculum that ranges from complete beginner exercises. So it first really teaches you how to tune your instrument, how to play a note. And then step by step you work your way through up to levels that are so difficult that some of the best guitarists in the world have a really cool challenge to actually fight against. All right, now I wanted to say a few words still about the ukulele, because the ukulele has this reputation to be this cute little instrument. You know, you bring it to the beach, you sing about rainbows and ponies and banana boats. And we want to counter this stereotype a little bit today. And for that, I would ask on stage my friend Joaquin. Let's give a hand for Joaquin as he comes up. And the song he's going to play for us is called nuclear warfare. All right, I think we can switch back to the demo. And I'm gonna... Can we switch to the demo, please? Okay, let me... No, why is this not coming? Okay, I'm gonna find the song for him. So nuclear... Why is this not? Okay, so there is... Well, let's see. Hope the internet works. There you go. All right, and I hope our light guys are ready as well to give us some light show here as well. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Joaquin. All right, and I think we can, we are back at the presentation. So as you can see now, that was a different ukulele. That's one you can actually plug in and put all the distortion on and so on. But there is much more into this little instrument than you think, so it's pretty amazing. All right, so as you can see, Yousician today is not just for the learners, but it is also for musicians like him. So people who actually know how to play an instrument, but they want to maybe improve their skills or learn a new skill, learn a new technique, or simply people who want to go online and compete with the rest of the guitarists out there and see who really is the best guitar player out there. We also have thousands of educators using Yousician with their students in the classroom and to assign homework for them in between the lessons. As it turns out, Yousician also solved the biggest problem that most music educators face, and that is that the students lose motivation to practice. And with Yousician, they keep practicing, they keep pushing. The last group are the creators, so we are working on a user-generated content basis, which means the users who have exercises to share or tutorials or some learning exercises, they can share them on the platform, either for themselves or with everybody else to play. As of now, about 25,000 exercises have been created by our community and for our community. Okay, let's talk a little bit about numbers. Yousician is available for 4 instruments. The ukulele, the cutest and smallest one of them, but we have guitar, we have piano, we have bass, and we have the ukulele. And at the moment, we have 8 million active users. That's monthly active, so people who played an instrument with us in the last month. Together, they have played over 135 billion notes. And one other nice fact that we have achieved is that at the moment, every single day, every second of every single day, somewhere around the world, somebody starts to play a music somebody new starts to play an instrument with Yousician. That means after my 15-minute presentation here, there will be around 1,000 people who have taken their musical journey forward with Yousician, which is really cool. All right, but that's as much as I wanted to talk about the music. Who wants to hear something about money? Let's talk about money. Money, anyone? Okay, as I thought, most people want to hear the money. So after we won Slush 5 years ago, and as I said, we were a bit tight with budget after that, we talked to a lot of VCs, and in the end we decided to raise a round from Thür Ventures, the Silicon Valley-based venture fund. We raised $1.5 million that we announced in early 2012. And in the last 4 years, we have not announced any other funding rounds, and the reason is we haven't taken any funding since. Now you wonder, how can you go 4 years without funding? This might come strange to many, but the secret to it is we are profitable. We have been profitable for the last 3 years already. Thank you. It's happy that people appreciate this. So it has been a really good ride for us, and we actually really like this. And as an advice for those entrepreneurs and startups out there who are struggling or looking for funding, my best advice is become profitable. Once you don't need the money anymore, there is an enormous amount of investors who want to push their way into your company. So that is a really good tip. And it also helps you validate, is actually what we are doing meaningful? If the customers pay, it's probably meaningful. All right, so I'm not sure, did I mention that it's a free app? I think I said it was free to download, so how the hell do you make money? We have a simple subscription model, so you can use it for free, but if you want to play unlimited playtime, then you pay the monthly subscription. and that has worked extremely well for us. I'm happy to share this graph here with you. This is a screenshot from App Annie, and it shows the position of Yousician in the top grossing charts in the US in the educations category. And as you can see, after the first couple of months, our app has nicely shot up to the top 5 apps, top grossing apps, and it has been up there ever since. So we have been nicely in the top grossing, and in some sense, you can say that Yousician is to the educations category what Clash of Clans is to the games category. So if somebody wants to tweet something spicy, you could say that together with Supercell and Yousician, Finland now dominates both the games and the education category, which I think is pretty cool. All right, I appreciate it, but actually I'm running out of time, so I just push forward. So okay, fine, so we make nice money. So what do we do with the money? That has obviously changed as well how we do things. So to give you a bit of context, in 2012, our marketing budget at Slush was 50 euros. What we did with the 50 euros, we bought nail polish, colorful nail polish that tells you which finger to use for which note. And this is the then Prime Minister of Finland, Jyrki Katainen, who has his fingernails nicely polished. So 50 euros, quite a nice buzz we did for this. This year we did it slightly differently. Some of you might have seen what we have done. So we handed out 3,000 ukuleles over the course of the last 2 days. And if nothing else, there was also a nice little example here coming what happens when a software company gets into hardware. So this morning we caused a bit of a stir when the entrance was so blocked because the lines were so long that the Slush guys came and said, hey guys, you have to knock this off because people can't get in anymore. So fortunately the Slush guys, we really appreciate this, they have helped us. So we are still handing out these ukuleles. I hope many of you got them already. 1,000 were reserved for the Slush people, the volunteers and the people behind Slush, which do a tremendous work for us in the startup ecosystem, which I think has been said hopefully enough today, but can't be overemphasized how important it is what they are doing for us. So yeah, there goes the ukulele. Who has an ukulele? Raise your hand. All right, quite a lot, so cool. So we are now, I think, Europe's largest ukulele distributor as well, at least for a while. Okay, there is one more thing that we do differently and weird that you might have heard about, which is we take our entire team every year 1 month away from Finland. Now I know all of you like Slush, and many of you seem to like Finland in November, which looks a bit like this, but in all honesty, we don't. And this is why we take the team away. So 2 years ago, the entire Yousician team, some even with spouses and families, we took them to Greece, spent a month there. We took the instruments, the work equipment, we worked from there, we jammed from there, and we enjoyed it. 1 year later, so last year in November, we were in Thailand, where this picture was taken, and it was amazing. Now this year, we postponed this work retreat that we are doing to next January, or to January, and the reason is so that I could be here to share my lessons with you, which of course many of you guess is probably a bit of a bullshit reasoning. The real reason why we are here is not to hand out ukuleles or me sharing the story. The real reason is we are hiring. As you could see on the other picture, we were about 25 people in Thailand. We are currently about 55 people. Next year we want to be about 80 people. So if you love music as we do, then check out what we have on offer and join us. All right, I don't have much more time, but I want to still highlight one thing that has not changed in the last 5 years. That is still the same since the last 5 years, and that will still be the same for the future to come. And that is what Yousician is about. Our goal is to help people become musical, to enjoy this wonderful hobby. So our mission is still the same. It is, we want to make musicality as common as literacy. So this is our goal, and this is what we are working towards. All right. I wanted to share, or I was asked to share one of the learnings that we've had in the last 5 years. And I know you have seen a lot, very experienced, amazing entrepreneurs on stage, so it's a bit awkward for me to share something at the stage we are in. But maybe one thing that I've learned is that in some sense, entrepreneurship is like learning to play an instrument. It's challenging, it's demanding, it's fun, but it's also frustrating at times. And my advice is just keep pushing. This idea that we had that, okay, once we have the product out, things will be easier. Okay, once we have customers, it will be easier. Once we close the round, then things will be easier. Or once we become profitable, then things will become easier. And the truth is, this just doesn't happen. Every time you figure something out, every time you feel, I mastered this, some new challenge comes around the corner. And that's actually the best part about entrepreneurship and about learning to play an instrument. There is always another lesson to learn, always something more to do. So that's just my 5 cents of wisdom. Now, as they said before, after me, we will see the top 4 companies that have been competing for the prize. And I hope in 5 years from now, some of them will also stand up here on stage and tell us how their vision, how their mission has become more a reality. It's an amazing feeling as an entrepreneur to feel how you're working towards something and it's actually working. So I wish all the contestants this. For everyone else, particularly the ones who got the ukulele, I hope you enjoy it. Download the app, try it out, and together you can help us to achieve our mission and make the world a more musical place. So join us. Thank you.